Well, I can't wait to see the scorecards. I can't wait to see the scorecards. That's his wife, Mark Magsayo's wife. I don't think that Mark Magsayo did enough to win. I don't think that he did enough to win. I believe that Ray Vargas has edged it, even though he got dropped. But nonetheless, I believe he edged it. Now, the winner is supposed to go on and fight Brenda Figueroa, who knocked out Carlos Castro earlier. This is for the WBC title, 126 pounds, the one that Gary Russell was holding on to for so long, for years, fighting his once-a-year mandatory. Magsayo, you know, he does have some power and explosiveness, but just like a lot of Freddie Roach fighters, he's one-dimensional. He's one-dimensional. You know, here's the punch stats. Vargas thrown 196 of 687. Magsayo 132 of 451. That's kind of bad. That's head hunting, which he was doing. He was head hunting. He's a head hunter. Let's turn it up.
So many more. So we'll see if how that works. And a key one, many more body punches landed by Vargas against Magsayo. That's surprising.
All right, Jimmy Lennon Jr. standing by.
Well, let's listen to the cards, and we'll talk a little bit more. Let's listen to
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of action, we go to the scorecards with a split decision. Here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Tim Cheatham scores about 115 to 112 in favor of Ray Vargas. Judge at ringside, Jesse Reyes scores about 114 to 113 in favor of Mark Magsayo. And judge at ringside, David Sutherland sees the action, 115 to 112 in favor of the winner and the new WBC featherweight champion of the world, Ray Vargas.
Do you guys agree with that? I think the right man won. Two-division champion, 122, now 126. I wonder where he's going to go next. We're going to listen to the post-fight interview and go look at the rankings. I think he did enough to win.
And, well, delivered on his promise to make this a fight.
There are two things that will hunt Magsayo forever. Not letting his jab go in this fight, and perhaps not finishing Ray Vargas when he was hurt. Great fight, great win for Ray Vargas. I mean, he put on a good fight.
A trial by fire for him. He was knocked down late, survived the power of what was certainly the hardest puncher he's faced thus far in his career.
And just like that, the Philippines are without a champion. It will not be the storybook ending that Mark Magsayo was hoping for. Here
in the Philippines lost all their belts.
Pacquiao emerged as a superstar nearly 2 decades ago. Let's go to Jim Gray.
All right, thank you very much, Moro. Congratulations, Ray. Felix de Jesus will translate for us. How would you describe this moment?
Este momento, descríbelo para todos.
No tengo palabras. Gracias a Dios, a mi familia por una oportunidad más. Don Nacho, mi papá, mi madre, mi equipo que siempre está ahí. Por México, este cinturón es para allá. Segundo en mi vida, gracias a Dios. El primero lo disfruté, pero este es parte mía.
I have no words to describe what happened here tonight. This is my second title. This one's going back to Mexico. I want to thank my family. I want to thank Nacho and my father, everybody involved in this victory.
What did your dad just say to you?
What?
What did his dad say to him?
¿Qué te dijo tu padre ahora mismo?
Pues no puedo hablar, está emocionado, puros gritos. Con este cinto, primero Dios, queremos unificación con los Santa Cruz. Esperemos que se pueda hacer. Es una gran pelea.
It was a great fight. My father is full of emotions right now, so he was very emotional when he spoke to me today.
You overcame the knockdown in round 9 as we take a look here at the monitor. Tell us what happened in that moment.
En el noveno te noqueó. ¿Cómo te recuperaste de ese noqueo?
Sí, claro, no fue un golpe efectivo, realmente fue en movimiento, pero se cuenta porque me tocó de alguna manera con todo el golpe.
It wasn't that effective, but it counts. He did get me there, and he got me with that one.
Did you feel as though you were in control of this fight?
¿Tú crees que estaba en control de esta pelea todo tiempo?
Sí, por supuesto, yo creo que en el noveno perdí un poquito el control, tal vez por eso entró ese golpe.
Yeah, of course, I've been in control the whole fight, although in the 9th, because he got me there, that's why I lost a little control.
We see Nacho behind you listening into this. How much has he meant to you?
¿Qué ha significado Nacho para ti?
Es un viejo lobo de mar, siempre se lo he dicho, con todo cariño. Es mexicano, con toda mi gente que está aquí. Gracias a ellos también por apoyarme, a toda mi gente.
He's a wolf, he's Mexican, and thanks for everybody to really...
Campeón número 29 del mundo.
It's my champions number 29th world that I've had.
What would you like to do next?
¿Qué tú quieres hacer próximamente?
Is Brandon Figueroa going to be the guy?
¿Brenda Figueroa quién?
No, yo creo que la siguiente pelea me enfoco con Leo Santa Cruz, ya lo anduvimos platicando y tal vez se hace esa pelea. Alguna unificación seguro.
Either unification or I do want Leo Santa Cruz in the next fight.
Leo Santa Cruz.
That's been talked about.
Okay. Was the eye ever a concern from the headbutt?
El ojo que te dieron ahí había un consciente como
You've had cuts before.
que te han cortado antes.
Sí, claro, fue un cabezazo en una salida, puso la frente, pero todo controlado en la esquina.
Yeah, it was a headbutt and everything was controlled in the corner.
Ray, congratulations. Tremendous performance.
Felicidades, Ray.
Muchas gracias. ¡Viva México! ¡Vámonos para México!
I want to see if they're going to talk to Mark Magsayo. Did he leave the ring? Here he is.
Mark, did you feel? How do you feel about the decision?
It's his today. He's the man of today. So no matter what, I'm come back stronger. And yeah, I will be disappointed. But I did my best.
You did do your best. When you had him down in the 9th round, did you think that had changed the complexion of this fight?
Yeah, he's hurt that punch straight, and he's too much running, and he do his job in the ring running. So that's okay.
Do you feel as though you applied enough pressure in the rest of the 9th round and following in that 10th round?
Yeah, I apply what we train at gym, but he was taller and he's the man today. He's the man today.
Good fight. Good fight.
Good fight.
Where now, with your first defeat, would you like to go?
I'm gonna rest first, come back and watch the fight, and I'm gonna train that fight again. So I correct my mistakes next fight.
Mark, thank you. Freddie, thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you to all my fans in the Philippines. I'm sorry. I did my best. I come back stronger.
Indeed he will. Moro?
So listen, Mark Magsayo was a one-dimensional pressure fighter. He didn't really, seems as though he didn't really have a game plan outside of going out there trying to headhunt. And here's the cards, by the way, for those who didn't see him. 2 115 112s and 114 113. I had it 7 rounds to 5. And remember, there was that knockdown. But overall, I think it's pretty clear that Ray Vargas won the fight. And if Magsayo would have, tried to establish some type of jab and box, or even try to go to the body more, maybe he would have had, a better chance. But one thing I've noticed is Sean Gibbons, here's Steve Farhood's card. And that's pretty much how I had it. But if you think about it, Casimiro lost his belt because of Asana. Paul Butler has that now. That's at 118 WBO. Magsayo just lost his belt. Jerwin Cajas lost his belt. Manny Pacquiao got retired. Sean Gibbons' Filipino stable has just got annihilated. And the 126-pound division is kind of all over the place. For example, he's taking the autographs and everything. Taking pictures and everything. But looking at the 126-pound division, Ray Vargas now has this belt. Leo Santa Cruz, I think he has to fight Lee Wood. I don't think they can do a unification, but Ray Vargas did say there were some talks. He acknowledged that there was something going on with Leo Santa Cruz. Josh Warrington is over on the zone. He's out of the picture, IBF champion. And Emmanuel Navarrete is top ranked. He's out of the picture. So to me, 126 is confusing because you can't really have a unified, undisputed champion because there's too much political bullshit mumbo jumbo involved. But as far as Mark Magsayo, where does he go from here? I mean, does he move up to 130? You know, we haven't heard anything about any weight issues. You know, maybe, you know, I mean, the only real belt he can really go after is the WBC or the WBA. And I'm looking at the rankings, and look, here's the Showtime poll. 65% thought that Ray Vargas won the fight to the 35% for Mark Magsayo. But overall, great card. You know, solid card. I'm not gonna say great. Opened up with Frank Martin defeating Jackson Marinez, 10th round stoppage. Didn't look so good in the middle rounds. I still want to see more from him before I consider him to be the next big thing at 135 pounds. Brenda Figueroa, who's supposed to be fighting, he won an eliminator in the fight before this against Carlos Castro, and he's supposed to be fighting Ray Vargas. That's who he's supposed to be fighting, and I think that's what PBC and Showtime are going to put together. And then you had the debut of Rashidi Ellis, which you can watch. He got that guy out of there real easy. You can watch that on the Showtime Sports YouTube page. But listen, this is what I'm going to do. I'm tired as shit. I've been sitting here covering boxing all damn day. You know, since 9 o'clock this morning, covering a Russian card that ended with Magomed Kurbanov defeating Patrick Teixeira. Then I watched that entire Garrett Chisora card. Then I just watched this Cesar France guy beat up Miguel Beltran. This is Miguel Beltran. What's his name again? Ray Beltran on Pro Box TV. And then I just finished this card. I need to get away from boxing. We will be back on Tuesday for the Jake Paul versus Hasim Rahman press conference. That's going to be at 1 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be streaming that. Tomorrow, meaning actually today, Sunday and Monday, I'm going to be putting out some T Street Uncut content, other content outside of boxing. And then on Tuesday evening at 6 p.m. Eastern, we're going to do a whole boxing show talking about the fights of the weekend, fights of the week, and we're just going to go from there. So once again, if you can hit the like, you know, and a thumbs up before you leave, we're going to be back next weekend streaming during the Ryan Garcia versus Javier Fortuna main event. So we will be streaming during all of your big time fight main events. If you want to hang out, watch some highlights, see me score the fights, listen to the post-fight interviews, etc., etc. I'm exhausted. Like the video before you bounce. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later. Please subscribe.